Welcome to Beyond the Headlines, the podcast where entertainment meets with information. My name is Ufuma Priti and I'm here with.
Miss John, as always.
Onoja integrity.
And we're going to be discussing the current issues on kidnapping and one chance menace.
We'll be discussing on one chance and kidnapping around the FCT this time around. It has been an issue bothering all of us, especially the residents of the Federal Capital Territory, where it's supposed to be the safest city in Nigeria. On this edition, we have a victim with us. But before we talk to her, before she goes to tell us a story, Miss Pretty, what do you think FCT is becoming lately in terms of security-wise?
I don't really know what to say because when you talk about security, I think that word does not exist in FCT at all because we leave our houses every day and it's more like we are not assured of if we're going to get home. And the current situation now is the current trending information on how 6 girls were adopted in their father's house and they killed one of them and they are demanding ransom. And these things, we just see it as something that comes up every time and there's nothing done about it. The government is not actually doing anything. People just keep paying ransom and they keep killing people. And I even heard that they increased the ransom to how much? 700 million. I mean, how much? Like, do you get? So it's actually very difficult and I feel like something needs to be done about it. And then again, this one chance thing, like it's been rampant that so many things happen. We are aware that this thing is going on, but the government is not talking about it. And being that is FCT, this is FCT we are talking about, like the capital of this country, and there is no security. Please, what are we going to say about other states? Like that's quite.
You know what is even funny about this whole stuff is this. You know, we're talking about kidnapping in the FCT is something that's even very funny. Of course, it started from one chance and then degenerated to car snatching and all of that into armed robbery, and now we're talking about kidnapping in the FCT.
Do you get?
You know, this is very, very funny, and then it's worrisome. It's worrisome. And so let's talk to our guest and know what she has for us. Let's hear the gist from her. Let's hear from the horse's mouth.
What do you think about the current situation of kidnapping in general?
Can't even start because Abuja is one of the cities that every other person living outside Abuja thinks that wake up every morning and the president will say, "Hello, my neighbors," and we see them, and the security here is top notch. The way they think about outside Abuja is different from we living in Abuja.
That's true.
So it happens that a lot of things are happening at the same time that we have lost focus. Our humanities are diminishing by the day. We are trying to keep up with, especially the bad part of it. It's not even the good parts of the things, the happenings around. So I when I newly came to Abuja, I was living freely. Nobody thought of, because we virtually have the headquarters of everything, NECDC, immigration, and so we were enjoying that. Say, when you hear something like kidnapping in the south, you'll be like, well, we are safe here. We are this. They will get to our rescue faster than they will get to you people in the States. So it now happened that Nigeria happened to me. That was last year. Around 6:30 in Jabi, Ekoba, Mr. Beast to be precise.
6:30 a.m. or p.m.
PM. I was coming back from work. So I was waiting for a long vehicle. And normally in Abuja, the vehicle we all trust is this Hembelembe.
Exactly.
Once you just see, they just relax.
You know that you're safe.
I was waiting. It has not really gotten dark. You can still see human beings. The car turned and stopped. Hembelembe, everything. I entered. We had the driver, another guy as a front passenger, then the other guy beside me. I sat down. For a minute, I didn't know where I was. And you know one funny thing about Jabi lighting, street lights at night? You have some parts with light, you have some that's dark, you have. So we got to a spot that is very dark. That was when I got one resounding slap that brought me back to reality.
Are you serious?
My wig fell off. So before I know what was happening, the person in front brought down, because I think that particular vehicle, once you bring down that passenger seat in front, it's flat. They will use it and hold your two legs so you can't move. But by then, before they did that, I got a little aware of my environment. Like I noticed that they were winding up the glasses. So I took my hand, I brought out my hand. I was fighting. If it was somewhere that had traffic of people, they would have seen me struggling with them in the
Exactly.
vehicle. So the one in front brought out a gun. The other one brought out a dagger. I was like, I should relax, that they are after somebody. In fact, they were so fast looking for my ID card. But where are you working? Where are you? I said, I'm a marketer. They didn't believe me till they got to my ID card and ATM cards. So the one in front told, they were speaking these slangs like Odmode Black, these cult slangs, you understand? The one in front was like, I'm not the Kele they are looking for. So from what they were saying and the picture they brought out, I looked like the girl. So it happened that their target is a secretary in DPR, Department of Petroleum. Then they're
So they
still
have target.
yeah, and the person giving them this information is not far from this particular office, because according to what they were discussing, I'm supposed to be a secretary to somebody big in the office, and the supposed person gave me money to give somebody tomorrow.
So the money is with you and they want to take
Exactly.
it.
So
Yes.
imagine how close that informant would be.
To the
So
person.
when they took me, and I was so unfortunate because you know how jobs in Abuja is. You hardly get good paying job. Even when you
Exactly.
see vacancy in our federal government offices, if you don't have money, you can buy them.
That's true.
So I was managing my small marketing. They were paying me 43,000. In fact, I just got my salary that day. I happily withdrew the 20k base. I was owing somebody. I had the cash.
In cash.
Yeah, I had the cash. So, but the unfortunate part of it is that I just collected, somebody that is earning that kind of salary. Imagine how long it took you to save 250 to buy a laptop.
Exactly.
I just got my laptop from slot that day.
That day too.
Oh.
Like I virtually gave them
sorry.
everything on a
That
platter
was
of
very
gold.
unfortunate.
So the guy in front was busy punching I wear correction glasses. I was like, started getting angry. You want thief by hustle, you want they punch me, they give me money.
Right.
So I got angry, I started arguing with them. The driver was busy saying, this one a bad market. I said, first of all, I'm not your target, so just drop me. But the scary part of it is that I realized that in that moment, that once you're in that kind of situation in Nigeria, you are all alone and you can die. You know that these people observed all the traffic lights. Nobody, mind you, Hembelembe vehicles, they are not tinted. They held my neck this way. I was seeing vehicles parked at that Jabi traffic light before they diverted towards Beggar.
You cannot shout, you cannot do
You can't do
anything.
nothing.
There's nothing you can do.
I have a knife, you have a gun. I don't know whether the gun is functional. So they now went round after collecting the money, the one I had. They were busy saying, Madam, I'm not collect the one at the back beside me was telling the one in front that had my backpack. Leave everything for her, she no be the target. Why that one was doing it, searching everything, collecting everything inside the bag. So when they dropped me at America's I heard them saying that the girl still there. So they drove off, going back to that DPR. That means the boy, whoever that is giving that,
Still giving them the
the girl is still in the
I
office.
was still telling them that the person is still available.
Exactly. So within that 2 hours that we drove around, I learned a lot of lessons, like mind the people you work with, no matter who.
Yeah.
And let's say I was the girl, I don't think they're going to leave me, or I would have been alive.
Exactly.
Because I'll just make out that when my boss was telling me this thing, we were like 2 or 3 people in the room. So I would just pinpoint. So the person will know that definitely, I will know that this is the person that did this. So probably they would have killed me in the process. So when they collected my phones, collected everything and dropped me, I actually stoned the rice I bought that day on my head. They drove off and went back. So the next day, I went to my boss's house, so he stays in Jabi. So I went to his house from there, straight. He said I should go and report because of my ID card and code.
Yes.
They should incriminate me in some
Exactly.
places. That is when I just knew that the system has been messed up. I first went to the police station. It did not challenge of our police officers. They were like, one chance. Go to Otako police station. I went there. Those ones say, you're not in our jurisdiction. Go to the place they carried you. That's life camp
These are
police
the
station.
issues.
I went there. The first person I saw was a lady blowing fufu and a egusi soup over the counter. My mind just changed. I be like, if not for one thing, waiting carry me.
Yes.
The woman was like, Wait, oh, I just started.
let her
She
finish.
was even angry that
Yeah, like you're
early in
disturbing
the
somebody's
morning.
meal.
So finally, I got to see the DC or who they are gathered. So they were like, that was in March. It was like they brought out this stick back, two, the big ones, that from January to that March, the statement of one chance alone in Jabi
Oh,
has filled two. I'm
And they are
writing in
not
the
doing
center of the
anything
third one.
about
it's
it.
terrible.
Like
I
they are
now
just
asked
keeping
him,
records and not doing
and they
anything
were
to
like,
it.
it's the headquarters. Jabi is their headquarters. We were like, so it's the headquarters and people just kept numb. Nothing is happening. Nobody is doing it. He said anytime they try to do street cameras, they steal them, they vandalize them, and therefore everybody will just stay. I said fine. I wrote my statement, and they were busy asking me to bring 40,000 so they can track my iPhone. And I'm telling you that these people wiped everything I have.
And they asked me to
So
bring 40,000.
where will I get the 40,000 naira from? I actually witnessed everything from the change of email to my Apple ID to everything,
You
because
were seeing it,
they will send
yeah.
you
It's
email.
true.
Apple will keep
Yes.
sending me emails now. So nothing was done till today. So I figured that Abuja is now a den of kidnappers, and after the election it got worse.
Yeah.
1 week later, I entered the second one.
Another
In
second
front of my
chance. Like
yeah.
you are a twice victim or something.
That one I just decided like if they don't kill me, I kill now, because I don't have nothing to give to these people. But one thing I noticed about those ones is that I don't think they are actually kidnappers. I think they are organ traffickers.
Okay.
They are 6 Fulanis inside the vehicle, and I'm the only one there.
You didn't observe before you entered?
You know my junction in Apo is a small village. During the morning hours, you have a rush. So
Okay.
you'll even be glad that you see. So, in fact, that day was
That
like,
you could
Holy
just get
Spirit,
a car.
this one that is only me that the car left all the passengers just parked in
Come
front
on,
of me. So,
Kelly.
and somebody came out for me to go inside.
That's-
My mind, no just...
Wait, the person came out for you to go inside,
Yeah,
and the
it is
person
their
entered
strategy.
too.
Exactly.
That's one thing. If
So-
I enter cars, I don't. If you come outside for me, I'm
So
like,
enter.
why are you coming out? I'm not entering. I don't do that.
You know, those
Because
some
of
people
that
will just
rush.
want to
It's
create a
true.
space
Yeah,
for
I
you.
because
get
of that
it.
rush, you understand?
And
A lot
because
of
of that
people were
rush,
rushing
you
just
want
towards
to
that
enter.
process all of
I
that.
entered. So within 1 minute, I started feeling dizzy. My head kind of started getting. So I just figured that. So when they started noticing that my eyes are closing, they started doing. There's one lonely road not far from the junction I entered. They wanted to divert to that road. Something just told me, John, you have to wake up, or else your final destination is not accounted for. These people carry you, you're gone forever. I just opened that door, pushed the man by the door, used him as soft landing on the express. The vehicle was rushing. I just landed on him like that. I laid down there. The guy stood up and ran because they just drove into that road.
Yes.
He ran before people started gathering around me to ask me. I was still feeling dizzy. So they were like, because you know this one thing with Abuja, they attach tiny villages. Even
Yeah, within
Okay,
the
this
cities.
Jabi.
Yes.
do you know that 2 days later, that incident that happened in Maitama, that they kidnapped somebody and shot another person dead, guess where they found them? In the village opposite that particular place I entered one chance in Jabi. There's a village opposite the Ecobank. That's where they found them with the man's car. We have Masalachi, they already filled with who go. And one thing with our brothers, they filter these people into what they call pantakers sites. No matter how bad they are, they know the bad ones, but they filter them inside.
Exactly.
The village I stay in, Apo, we have a lot of that pantakers. Like, they have virtually moved into that side. So when you go to markets, you see tiny huts. You know, we have a lot of cashew plantations. You now notice tiny white huts there. These people sleep with their legs outside the huts.
I think
So-
I've seen something like that.
Yeah, we have a lot of them. They come from
This is
there
very
to attack
interesting.
the people staying in town. I was among the people that fought for these answers when their Apo answers.
Yes, started.
The thing started from my junction, actually, from that same junction in Apo. They burnt a lot of houses. The thing caused a lot of chaos. But after the whole thing, we started noticing strange figures, faces coming in trailers like that. Steady inflow of people. We don't know where they are coming from. So they are the ones, and all these villages around Abuja city. If you notice, or if you've not started noticing, you see that we have a very high level of beggars now in Abuja, in every estate, in every traffic light.
That is true.
Those are
I've
not
observed
beggars.
that.
Most of them are just informants.
Informant.
In my area in Akko, after the NSAS fight, because we really fought in Akko, we fought for 1 week.
Yeah, of
Nobody
course,
went
now
to.
it was everywhere now.
Exactly. We fought. After that NSAS, they now realized that that place is more like every other tribes stay
Yes,
there.
exactly.
So they can't just come and invade. If not, we live in fear every day.
Okay, so with all your experiences that you have experienced, what do you think is the remedy for this one chance?
I think the remedy is to start, give them ultimate punishment, penalty, death penalty if you
First
catch
of all, how
anyone.
can we get them? Like,
It's
what do you think the
very
government should do? Because I heard
Yes, and these guys
they were
actually
actually saying
traceable.
local government chairman should work hard on their local government. They should try to um, make security more important in the local government. I think if they start from local governments, they can actually capture all these
Yeah.
things.
Yes, but the thing is that right now, corruption has left our leaders.
Yeah.
It has
Exactly.
entered into the masses.
Almost everyone.
When the up is spot, what do you expect will happen from down? That's what give them the emboldened a lot of criminals in Abuja. And aside my brother left a lot of his brothers in central area. Those ones started causing havoc from central area because they never left. I was one of the people that protested during Supreme Court judgments and carrying placards and everything. I noticed that most of them never left Abuja because really some of them are not doing anything in Bayelsa. So they came to Abuja, they found out that, oh, security plenty for here, there's no security here. Go to my tama, you can stay in one street. In fact, when I was standing downstairs, I had a dagger in my bag.
Are you serious?
When I was standing downstairs, I had to pull it because I normally see one or two Ebola people come. I don't trust those guys. They can steal a human being and put inside that bag.
Exactly.
They have stolen a child in my
It's
side.
of course now.
Tied them out inside that bag you're seeing, along with gas cylinder, the same inside the same bag. So they will just carry it as if that, as tiny as they are. Don't underestimate that their size. They can carry a house inside that bag. So a lot of things. In fact, now I have a phobia for the night. Anything night in Abuja, you're on your own. In fact, at a point, I've stabbed after about 1 month. I still have that PTSD. I had to,
Yeah,
I stabbed
that's
somebody in my Nyanya. You know Nyanya and their normal traffic.
Hustle and bustle.
Thank you. One hand just came suddenly inside the vehicle. So my reflex was I had my comb, this our comb, you know, we sharpen it properly for more precision when cutting the hair. I just stabbed the guy trying to take our key. So the thing just went through. When I realized, the guy was like,
Because of your previous experiences.
Yes, like now I don't really enter. I don't have a car. I still do along, but man, I'll have to calculate how many vehicles, your faces, your eyes before I get to enter. So now what I'm saying is that as a lady, it gets worse for you.
Exactly.
Because as a lady, if you can't pay ransom, your body can pay the ransom for them. They will sell you in pieces.
That's the worst part.
That's why you normally get more of ladies being caught into than men. So what I just want everybody in Abuja to do, especially even those that has a car, you have to be vigilant. Me, I don't have one now, but if I enter your car, I'll first check the people behind me when we drive. At every junction, I'll check people behind me.
Okay.
Just my own being conscious of.
Wait, talking about that, they say they have a sitting arrangement, that there are some things people should watch out for. From your experiences, can you tell of any, maybe one or two that, okay, once you observe this kind of something in a motor, in a car, you shouldn't enter? Is there anything like that you observe?
First of all, you have to drop your phones. See me entering car, you're pressing, drop your phone, then look at the driver. A driver that normally looks at the way mirror to look at this person at the back, especially if you enter the car, they're already there. They can stop discussing for you not to get any
Exactly.
that they know each other. But before they start the operation, that eye contact must be there. So be conscious about your environment. Anybody now, if you move, immediately I enter a car. If I have my pepper sprays in my hand, my dagger is close. All of us will give them. No more, because if you don't kill them, they kill you.
Exactly.
So it has made you. Initially, there was my colleague that had the same experience. The girl was so scared. I had to, a grown-up babe. I would carry her go house first before I go. By then, I've not had mine. I didn't understand what she was passing through. They punched that girl to oblivion.
Okay, another angle to it. Do you think there are spiritual items like charms it will be used? You know that if you enter the car, maybe at a point you will just be unconscious or something. Is there anything like that you observe from your own experiences?
Yes, the people that picked me in Jabi, I said for a minute, I didn't know where I was.
Oh,
I wasn't dizzy. I was awake,
We're awake.
but I was confused. I didn't know where I was. That slap
hmm.
was them bringing me back to reality of where I
Oh,
was
that
and
means
what
they've already hypnotized you, kind of.
exactly. But the ones that picked me in Apo used sleeping gas. And another thing you need to be observing, always go with a face mask. Once you see anybody putting on face mask, whether the road does, you put your own.
Hmm.
Because they wear face mask before they release the gas.
I think we
So
should
they-
be noting all these things you are saying. What was the first one you said? Yes, actually, because it's important.
You don't
What's
have
the
to make
first
it a
one you
class.
said? You said we should not press our phones. Number one.
Yes,
This
yes.
thing called nose mask.
Yes.
watch the movement of eyes in the car.
Okay, eye contact. We have
Yes,
three now.
if you know anybody that knows
So
each
watch out
other,
for this.
Yes.
there is them too. They are shaking up because any little thing tie on their neck, so nobody wants to die.
Exactly.
So they will make that eye contact to know, tell each other we are ready to start operation,
And
or
then-
this is
and
the
then-
spot to start.
And then sitting arrangement.
Sitting
Especially when
arrangement.
somebody is coming outside for
Yeah,
you to
that thing
enter.
that you said.
Don't
When
be-
the
you
car
need
is
to
almost
just be-
here and
yes,
somebody's
you need to
coming
be
out for you
careful
to
about
enter.
it.
Yeah.
But another danger of it is that colleague I told you, how they did their own. They picked her. She is the third person. But guess what? They went the next two junctions. They
picked another person.
Oh
person.
my god.
And all
So
was
you go
just still part
inside.
of the
So
arrangement.
you have to make sure that if you're entering along, that vehicle is loading. Like it's constantly, if you're going to area
Okay,
one, the
from
hand
back.
is like this. Yeah, whether because most times
Okay. It's constantly picking people.
yes.
Oh, okay,
So
now
you
I
check the
understand.
passenger. If he's loading area one, check whether the passengers along the whether he's passing area one passengers. Just
Exactly.
to go and pick that particular. A lot of
Mm.
things to be conscious of. But first of all, drop your phone.
See, I noticed one thing. There are some cars that they don't say where they are going. They'll be asking you where. Why are you asking me? You are the driver, you have a direction. I don't know if you get, you have a direction. You're asking me
Yes.
where. Because if I say Pape, you tell me enter. If I say Jabi, you say enter.
Enter,
Like
that's the
where
thing.
are you going?
Okay. In all of this now, we have a new minister of FCT. You know, he's doing well in terms of housing. Now, what is the message? What do you think should be the message for him, for the minister, and maybe the new president or any other person that can make one or two policies that can be effective in the FCT? What is your message for them? What do you think they should put in place? Is it the street camera or whatever? What do you think they should put in place to curtail this menace?
First of all, before putting street cameras and street lights, they have fundamental rules you have to put in place. A strict one that they know they have seen victims. You follow rules. Like if you give somebody a punishment for this thing, I don't think the next person will want to do it, or they will be more
Exactly.
careful.
Exactly.
Not the way they do it nonchalantly now.
Hmm.
You understand? Abuja now, 50% out of 100, they are one chance. That's because we gave them that allowance.
That's
Then
true.
another thing, they should make provision for security gadgets for individuals. Because now some people will tell you NSCDC will not allow you hold pepper spray. Why?
Hmm.
You can't buy pepper spray without a proper approval or training. Why? Yes, if I had pepper spray the first time they carried me, then I would have sprayed it everybody.
Yeah,
All of us would go
it will
blind.
just consume
It will
everybody.
save my life. Exactly. If we die, we perish together.
Because
So,
that could actually lead to accident or something.
so there are a lot of things, especially we focus on the women, knowing that the women are the highest targets for these things. They know man gra, man strength, no they too. But you see women, each ministry should devise a means. They say staff welfare. Devise a means to train women on self-defense. It's not about the poverty alleviation and code. That's not what we need right now. Because if you tell them, okay, legalize gun, we'll shoot each other. Your neighbor might even come and shoot you one money for
That
not
is true.
unprovoked.
That is true.
So this country is like an animal kingdom. It's not where we are civilized to that point.
Hmm.
But the basic things, then I tell mothers, we have things like personal alarm. Buy for your child. Teach them that if you see a stranger coming close to you, blow this alarm. There's no way you hear that. If you hear this alarm, no, everybody will know that something is wrong with you. Put trackers. We have infrared trackers, tiny trackers, even on yourself.
Hmm.
Give the password to your sister. You're not going to Boko Haram nest. Give it to somebody. We are secrecy. That's what is killing a lot of women, especially girls.
Exactly.
Give it to somebody. You have to trust somebody. You're not
like they're old enough to go anywhere.
exactly.
Well, I think you've actually passed a very good message to the government. I on the hand of on the other side of being getting gadget for self defense, I wouldn't know if that is actually a legal thing to do because we cannot actually take the laws into our hands. But of course, maybe the government should have a second thought about that. Abi, Sprity.
Yes, you can say that, but on the other hand, owning a dagger in Nigeria, especially in Abuja, is a free thing because you be a traffic jam like this, Aboki will be selling dagger, machete, and what they
That
sell it
is true,
freely.
but if they catch it with you, if they see it with you,
You
they
have
could
to
start
explain.
reading other
You have to
meanings.
explain what are
That's
you what are
the
you
thing.
using it for?
Because you-
it's not
you
That's
know-
the thing. You can't start cure from the down without
And do you
going
know
from
the funny
up.
thing? Somebody can actually use that thing to frame you. Because if they see you and they check your bag, they see a dagger. What's your solution?
Problem.
They actually have gone to
It's for
places.
security. I don't
Hotels,
really
Self-defense,
understand.
they have
you will not be
seen it.
able to
Yeah,
prove,
you won't be able to prove.
They have mine. I carry it around along everywhere. If you see it, I'll tell you why I'm carrying it. Did you do anything wrong that I want to kill you with?
Mm.
So it's out of my own experience that I don't want to take any chances because I'm seeing the rate of kidnapping now.
Exactly.
It's not funny.
Exactly.
It's
So
not.
maybe everyone should just look for a way to protect themselves and
Yeah.
observe some of these signs.
Preventive
And then we
measures,
just hope
everything
that,
we have listed.
We just hope that our government is also hearing and they put all the necessary measures in place.
Just a quick one. I think we should wrap it up. Like all the measures that you listed. What's the first one again?
You drop your phone.
Yes, drop your phone. Don't use your phones when you're in the car. Then the second one.
The second one is observe eye contact.
Eye contact,
Especially if a vehicle that
sitting arrangement.
exactly.
Wear nose masks.
Exactly.
Then
Check the knob of the car, your entry. Make sure
Exactly.
it can open.
And make sure that car is also picking other persons from along the road
Yes.
and not just you.
Thank you for joining us. See you in next episode.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Man, I'm back with a banger, back with another one. I be on a Fendi suit, shining on my 32. Catch me riding in a Bentley.